massive billboard of me looking like a chipmunk on a fire department quad bike.
Yeah.
It's like my one chance to be cool, and I cocked it up. But obviously when I go to a conference, I don't want to go, and the next speaker is a lunatic. Yeah.
Can you amplify?
And everyone calls me brother and uncle, and unfortunately now grandfather. Don't like those people. So I'd just be wandering around a restaurant with someone who worked there, pointing at other people's
Yeah,
food.
would you just like point to the food?
What's up, beautiful people? Welcome back to the channel.
Happy Thursday.
Today we've got my uncle on the channel.
Yay!
My uncle lives in China. He is an architect over there, doing some nice stuff with restoring old buildings and stuff for tourism. So we're going to talk about that today and get his perspective on what it's like living in China and the differences in culture. We will also have our green flag, red flag game a little bit later, and as usual, our sanity check scenario. So without further ado, let's get into it.
Cheers. I didn't move mine.
So as usual, it is now time for our sanity check scenario. So you are leading a private tour through a restricted section of an ancient palace that's under restoration.
Okay.
One of your VIP guests decides to sneak off, climb the barrier, and take a selfie on the 1,000-year-old statue.
Okay.
The alarms go off, guards start running in, and everyone is looking to you for what to do next.
Okay.
Right. Do you cover for them? Do you call them out? Do you pretend you don't know them? Or do you spin a story about British cultural performance art?
Yeah, no, pretend I don't know them.
This is just this person that you...
Well, I've had that before. With like people climbing up pyramids in Jordan, in Petra, climbing up the monuments and stuff. And you tell them not to. And it's ridiculous. So, yeah, no, so they get arrested or something. Tough luck. I won't do it again.
That's a fair point.
Yeah.
To be fair, I'd probably do the same. I'd probably also just be like, I don't know that guy.
Yeah.
Just be like, what
Yeah.
are you doing? Like, who are you?
Yeah. To be like, when I was training to be a tour leader, they actually taught us like it's always the interest of the entire group over one person.
Yeah, well, that's
so anything that's going to affect like everybody else that's in the group, then you have to take care of the majority of the people. So if one person's being stupid, I'd probably be there going, arrest them. I saw them do it.
Okay. Yeah.
To be fair, I would maybe my first thing would be like I'd pretend you don't know them, just like they're grown ass people, they're adults.
Yeah.
You know,
Supposedly.
you need to be responsible of your own self. However, also I think there's also the side of me wanting to look after everyone.
Yeah.
So I would maybe not call them out, but like quietly, or like go to the like, don't do that.
Yeah, but if alarms are going off and everything.
Yeah, that's
If
the thing.
alarms
It's
are
already
going
a
off,
problem. It's
yeah.
already a problem now. You're on your own, buddy, honestly.
But I think for less chaos, or not to be involved in the chaos and in the drama, I would just pretend not that I don't know them.
Yeah, it's probably the safest option, to be fair.
Yeah.
Safest option is probably just be like, get them. And then if you're like, oh, but what are you supposed to do? Help me. I'm sorry, do I know you?
I mean,
I don't know who you are.
You go visit them in jail afterwards and try and help with the paperwork.
You got yourself in this mess.
Yeah.
You ain't dragging me down.
Yeah, you get yourself out.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. So it's decided. We're all pretending we
Yeah.
do not know this
We don't
person.
know them. Yeah.
Okay, good. So now we have some questions for you about your experiences.
Okay.
Because obviously you did architecture in university, and then you became a tour guide.
As you do.
And and then if I remember the story correctly, you basically traveled to China with one of these tours, and then you just never left, essentially.
Yeah.
What was it about China that made you want to stay there? Like, why China of all the places that you've visited?
Yeah, why China? Why China?
Tiff is very passionate about China.
We want to know.
When I started tour leading, I was in the Middle East for a year, and I absolutely loved it. And I thought, oh, wow, it's amazing, and people are really great and everything. And then I was like in India and Nepal for 6 months, and I was like, wow, it's amazing. People are great. And then they were like, where do you want to go next? And I thought, I chose China because I thought it would be really difficult because when you go traveling on your own and you go to a country like China where no one spoke English, then it's actually really hard to get around. And this was like 25 years ago when no one had mobile phones or translators or things. Yeah. And I thought, well, if I went tour leading there, then I'd be forced to be able to do everything and to work it all out. And so I said, yeah, I wanted to go there. But before I went, everyone said to me, Chinese people are so rude and unfriendly. And I'd been in the Middle East and I'd been in India and people were amazing. And I already said, okay, well, if it's going to be like that, when I finished my stint in China, I was meant to be there 9 months. I said, I want to go back to India because people were so lovely and go back to the nice, friendly people. So my expectations were really low when I arrived. And then on the first night, we met with all the local Chinese agents and things who arranged everything for the trips. And they took us out for an amazing meal and we got completely drunk. And
as one does.
Had amazing food and everybody was just so nice and friendly and helpful. And I went on a trip with another tour leader and a group, trying to see how everything worked. And then afterwards they said, okay, you take your own group around. And I couldn't speak any Chinese. And I had to take people for meals and buy train tickets and things, because, like I say, then you didn't have mobile phones and stuff, so you had to go to the train station and queue and buy tickets, and I couldn't speak the language, and they couldn't speak English. And I never had a single problem. Everyone was just helpful and lovely, and when I took groups for meals, I didn't know what to order, and it's so big and they eat different things in different places, and I wanted to try all the local dishes. So I'd just be wandering around a restaurant with someone who worked there, pointing at other people's food.
Yeah, would you just like point at food?
And people in the restaurants would be like calling me over, go, try it, or I assumed that's what they were saying because I didn't understand. And here, drink this, and when I couldn't buy tickets, there would always be someone to help me. And then when I was on a bus and I didn't know when to get off because I couldn't read any of the place names, with all these people would always just be like shoving me off at the right time, and it's like the whole first year I was there. It's just every single day it was people just being amazing and helpful and none of these rude, horrible people that I've been taught to expect. And so then I just never left. And at first it was just like the companies, I was meant to be there for 9 months, and then when it was finished they said, it's really hard to get foreigners to work in China because of the language barrier. And back then, people didn't queue, and it was a real fight to buy tickets and to get on buses or trains or things, and it's loud and in your face, and it is quite hard to deal with. So they sort of struggle to get people there. But I just thought absolutely amazing, and they kind of said, "Oh, stay, another year," and I was like, "Well, okay." And then at some point, I think I'd been there 3 or 4 years, and I kind of thought, well, at some point I'm going to leave and go and travel to other places. And I thought, well, I'm just happy every day I'm here, so I'll wait till the first day I'm unhappy and then I'll leave.
And it's just never happened?
There's 25 years. I'm still happy every day.
Still happy every day?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That makes sense. I would probably also stay. That's the way that I felt about place. I'd probably also stay.
Yeah. I think it's because it really works for me. Like, I love new things and I love a challenge, and that's the other thing. Is everything's different. So it's not just like a different language. It's like everything, culture is different, but the way people think about things are different. So something which I think is so logical, everybody thinks about it in the complete opposite way that I do. So it's always unexpected, and things change so quickly in China as well. But it's really exciting.
How in the time that you've been there, has it changed along the years, every year something different?
It was sort of beyond recognition. So, I mean, when I got there, just transport as a thing, we'd do trips in the south of China in kind of Guizhou province or Sichuan, Guangxi. And there were trips which would take us 2 or 3 days So you'd stop on the way, you'd be like on a bus or a train, and then you'd stop in a town, and that I can now do on a high-speed train in 27 minutes. And then in the past,
wow.
yeah, you'd have to do it over 3 days because of the roads or the rail system. Or it's just things like that. It's incredible because the government like came along and said, okay, we're going to put in this high-speed rail network covering most of the country in the next 5 years, and boom, it's like, oh, it's a bit ahead of schedule. Yeah, so it is, but also, like I live in a small village in China, and when I first arrived there, it was just like dirt roads going in. There wasn't a single new like brick or concrete house. It was all the sort of mud brick buildings. Everybody in the village was either like a grandparent or grandchild because everybody of working age had left to a big city to make money, and they'd come back. Their grandparents would raise their children, the grandchildren, and they would go away and work in a big city and send money back, and then they would come back for the Chinese New Year, see the family and stuff. And then tourism kicked off where we are, and the government spent a lot of money on infrastructure, and people all moved back, and now people have cars and new houses and all these things which no one did. And that's like in 15 years that I've been there, that it's completely different, yeah. So
you'd said obviously that people had told you that the people in China were like rude, and so would you say that you were surprised when you got there to see that people were not actually as rude as everyone said?
Yeah.
Was there anything that surprised you more than that about China? Like any misconceptions you maybe had, or?
Oh, I don't know. It's like everything was surprising. The big thing is, for me, is living in a small village, was just how welcoming people are.
Yeah.
Because I often say to people in China, if one of my Chinese friends went to South Africa, where I grew up, into a small village, they wouldn't be welcomed with open arms.
No, they would not.
And the thing is, from like day one, when I sort of moved there, I didn't know these people, and my Chinese wasn't that good. And there'd be a wedding, and weddings are massive things in the village. 300 or 400 people all go, and I'd only been there a few days, and people would like invite me to take part in the wedding. And it was like treating me like family.
Like family.
Yeah.
And everyone calls me brother and uncle, and unfortunately now grandfather. And stuff, which don't like those people. Yeah.
Do they mistaken you for a grandfather?
Let's not dwell on this. No, they haven't.
You can find someone like a grandchild to send you money that's gone to the city or send you money.
That's actually a plan.
There we go.
I'm going to do that. But yeah, that was the thing. There's like people treat me like family, and they call me, like these family names and things, and I'm always involved in family events and stuff, and it feels real, like that. And I don't really know anywhere else in the world where that would actually happen.
Yeah,
where,
to be fair.
You sort of get invited to any special occasions that happen where it's sort of all the family get together, and then, so to be part of that. But, there's so much surprised me about China. You sort of have these ideas, from seeing nicely racist cartoons or whatever of a person in a straw hat with big teeth and a rice paddy with a water buffalo or something. And I didn't know a lot about China before I went there, and sort of already how massive and sophisticated the cities were, and the fact that people aren't all Buddhist or, all the preconceptions you have, whatever it is. It wasn't really like any of that. How massive it is, and how there's people everywhere. My goodness, it's like you can't go anywhere without people. Yeah. It's all. Sort of everything about it is. The total lack of privacy was like something. There was when I first arrived. People just. Like I would go shopping and buy some fruit or something and have it in a bag, and then someone I knew would see me and they'd be like, "Oh, what have you got?" And
oh my God!
Just open it up and they'd be like, "Oh, bananas, great!"
Really?
But that's because they wouldn't have waited. That. So if my friend had gone shopping and bought fruit, when he saw me, he would have already opened the bag and offered me fruit. Because people are so generous. Right. So it's that. everything, like you don't, sort of everything belongs to all of us. and
Yeah, everyone shares and-
including your life and all your information and everything. We all, share everything. So that's sort of quite, takes you a while to get used to. If you
Yeah. I can
How
imagine.
long did it take you to learn the language?
25 years so far. Yeah, I still, because I didn't really study it, and I'm really not good with languages, and I kind of pick things up as I go along. So if you want to know anything about building, different types of wood or stone or cement, I know all the words. But then if I go to like a big city somewhere, if I go to Beijing or Shanghai or something, and someone starts talking about like their son who works in some sort of technical college or something, I have no idea what they're talking about because I don't know those words. So my vocabulary is very specific. I've been in hospital a lot, so I know a lot of medical words as well. And I know lots about food and drink.
Okay, all the important stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, so do you want to give us a sentence in Chinese, or sorry, Mandarin?
Yeah.
Maybe say something to the viewers like, we hope that you're enjoying this episode of Just Two Amigas.
Oh, I don't know how to translate that into Amigas. How do I translate that into
it's
Chinese?
friends.
Okay.
Amigas is friends.
Okay. What am I saying? I hope you enjoy this.
We hope you're enjoying this episode.
OK，我希望你们今天喜欢我们两个朋友。其实今天有三个朋友。I said, but today there's 3 friends. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. There you go. Yeah.
Three friends.
There you go. Okay. Well, there you have it.
Chinese lessons 101.
Mandarin.
欢迎你们来中国。Welcome to China.
China on the sofa. How would you compare working in China to, like, obviously, I think you did work in the UK for a stint as well.
Yeah.
And then, obviously, working in South Africa.
Yeah.
Did you ever actually work in South Africa, like a full-on job, though? Or was it more just, like...
I actually was an architect once, I promise.
Okay.
Seriously.
Back in South Africa. Okay.
You are right to doubt. No, I worked properly for an architectural practice for like 3 years. And then while I was doing that to pay off my student loans, with some friends, we had a model building company, so we built models for architects.
Okay.
And then when I realized I didn't really like being an architect, I stopped that and carried on doing the model building thing.
Yeah.
And at the same time, with my best friend, we opened our own little business, which did kind of interior construction work, so for like nightclubs and theatres and things like that. So we kind of did design build. So I'd do the kind of building work as well. That last bit, that was quite fun. But working like as being an architect, I didn't really... I enjoyed it, but it wasn't like, boom, this is fantastic.
Yeah, it wasn't.
And when I worked in London for a bit, once also working for a model building company, which was more enjoyable. But then when I worked, not really as an architect, as a draft person, it was horrible.
Yeah.
And the main problem is you just like sat behind the computer all day.
Yeah.
And what was sort of not enjoyable about it all as well, it was all the technical stuff you had to do. So you have to do all these drawings and submit all these drawings, and if you've written the wrong words here or you haven't indicated this properly on your drawing, then it doesn't get approved and you have to redo it. And when you're designing things, you have to have so many toilets and they have to be so big and so many parking.
And every regulations and stuff. Okay, yeah.
So then in China, I thought I wanted to save some old buildings and sort of open a guest house and rented some old houses and then said, I should go to the government and find out what all the regulations are and stuff. And I need to go to the planning department and the health and all this people. And they all just laughed at me and said, what are you doing here? I was like, I need to find out, I'm going to do this. And they went, well, come back when it's finished. And so then I did it. And then they came along and went, the fire department went, well, there's a lot of wood here. I don't know about that. But in the end, everyone just approved everything, one way or another. And then all the work I've done has just been like that. I don't do anything on a computer. I do my drawings by hand. I build some models for clients so they can look what the building's going to look like. And then I do all the building work, and I'm the engineer and quantity surveyor, and I just do whatever I want, and there's never anyone stopping me.
Oh my God.
I don't know what they're thinking. It's me, for crying out loud. I should be kept under control. But yeah, I just do what I want to do, and then they give me prizes and things afterwards. I get awards. I don't know.
Yeah, I think you've had like a bunch of like awards and stuff, and obviously the Secret Garden is like very, very famous. We'll see if we can link to the website down in the comments below. But obviously the Secret Garden, I think, was the first one that I really knew about.
Yeah, that was the first project I did. Yeah.
Was it the very first project you actually did?
Yeah.
And I know that now has become quite like a tourist attraction as well.
Yeah.
Like people travel from all over to come and visit the Secret Garden. You've done a couple from there. I think your latest one was the Music Village. Yeah, the Music Village.
Yes.
So there's been quite a few projects that are actually like very, well, we'll say famous, because I mean it is very famous. And then obviously you've gone to like a bunch of events and stuff.
Yeah.
You did a stint for the fire department as well, if I remember correctly.
I'm a volunteer for the fire department.
Okay.
Oh.
And for the PSB, and for the electrical department, and for the law courts.
Oh my gosh, the law courts.
Yeah.
How does that work?
Yeah, I know, you'd wonder, wouldn't you? So what it normally is, so it started with kind of the Public Security Bureau. That was the first thing. They said they wanted some of us foreigners to be volunteers in the tourist town near to where I live. And the idea was they wanted, because this was 15 or more years ago, most people, the Public Security Bureau kind of looks after foreigners. And if you get into any trouble, then you go to them. Like lose your passport or any old thing, you know, whatever it is. So because there weren't many people in the PSB who could speak English, and nobody who could speak any other foreign languages. They thought if they got some foreigners, we could help translate, basically.
Okay.
So that kind of started, and then that was sort of a thing also that TV stations started coming and filming, and then we started going to events and things, and then some of the people in the Public Security Bureau got promoted. So then the fire department thought, oh, we want to do this as well. So there was me and another bloke. They got us. They said, oh, can you come? And I'm like, yeah, cool, I'll do anything. I don't know.
Yeah.
And at some point, they decided to film a whole propaganda film. And about me, yay! And I saved people. People, and they set fire to my hotel and put it out and all sorts.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, and it won prizes and all sorts of things. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
So that was actually quite a big thing as well. And they gave me my own fire department quad bike,
yes,
which was my happiest
that
day.
photo.
And there's a billboard on the side of the road, massive billboard with me looking like a chipmunk. On a fire department quad bike.
Yeah,
and it's like my one chance to be cool, and I cocked it up. I look like a chipmunk, but anyway. But the main thing was kind of, it's like propaganda.
Yeah.
It's not, I haven't put out any fires or anything, although we do hand out like flyers and do demonstrations on how to use fire extinguishers and things like that. And then, so then the law courts was the same thing. They actually got hold of me and said, okay, if there's foreigners, I can go there. I thought, yeah, it's all just a thing that will never happen. But actually, like a month later, I got a call going, can you come here? Yeah. And it was a guy, where was he from? In India or Pakistan, getting divorced from his Chinese wife, and it was all about the custody of the child. And they got me in. He couldn't speak any Chinese, and they got me in to like translate all these legal documents and things, and say, because he had to sign saying, okay, he fully understands. And I'm like, yeah, it's like, I don't know, your kid, and who's gonna, like, one of you's gonna get the kid.
Yeah, we'll just sign this.
Are you fully clear about all your rights? I think it's all fine.
Do you really understand what's going on here?
It's just like, I don't know what legal terms in Chinese. Anyway, but it all worked out fine.
Okay, cool. That's good.
Oh, good.
As far as I know.
She stayed with the kid who got the custody.
No idea.
Fine. Be fine.
Yeah.
Have you ever had to like essentially smile politely when someone said something that was like culturally way off? Like obviously with you being a tourist there, and because you were a tourist there. I don't think you count as a tourist anymore.
Yeah.
But like, was there any time where people had assumed something about you that was culturally way off, the way that other people would assume things about China, for example, and you've just had to be like, oh yeah, okay, and you maybe a situation where you couldn't really take offense, if that makes sense?
The biggest thing that happens almost every single day is I think I'm South African. I was actually born in England, but I moved to South Africa when I was 2 years old.
Yeah, spent the majority of your life.
Yeah, and I don't know anything about England. I think culturally I identify as being South African because the way of life and everything. That's all I've ever known although now I've been in China nearly as long as I was in South Africa. So I'm going to start thinking of myself as being Chinese soon.
Yeah.
I apologize. But in China, if your great-grandparents moved to Australia and then your entire family are born in Australia and you're born there, you're still Chinese.
Yeah.
So I want to be South African, but everyone always tells me I'm British in China all the time. And I even say I was born in South Africa to try and make it more, because I think British people are very different from South African people, and I think I'm like a South African person.
Yes.
But because the mindset is very different, people just like, but you're white. You can't be South African. And they're like, where are your parents from? And I'm like, oh, from England. Oh, you're British.
Oh,
and I'm
gosh.
like, yeah. So that's sort of every single day.
Okay.
Is a constant thing
that
I can't just give up. And also now, China has really good relations with South Africa and not so much with England. So it's even better for me to be South African. Because people have a better opinion of me. Yeah. But I sort of can't let it go because I know I was actually born in England, but I see myself as being South African. Yeah. So for me, that's a funny thing that I should just go, oh, well, whatever. But it's...
Yeah, it's just that sort of that something. It's something. I think we all have like a petty thing that we refuse to let go that shouldn't be important, but it is still important for whatever reason, and you don't want to let that go.
Yeah.
Like I know I've got a few as well, so I think everyone's kind of got them, which is totally fair. Honestly, it
sounds like your next show.
All these petty
just got
things
the topic,
go.
Just the one show won't be enough.
Oh yeah, we'll have to have a whole series, a running series.
Okay, so if you want to talk about petty things, because I don't think my nationality is very petty.
It's petty.
But my name is probably more petty. Yeah. So because in China people gave me a nickname which is Feng's. Well, originally my nickname was Ying, Lao Ying, which actually translates as eagle, which is quite nice.
Yeah.
And that's because it sounds like Ian, my name. Ian Ying.
Okay.
And I've got a big beak as well. So. And I jump off things a lot, so it's like flying almost. Until I hit the ground.
You don't fly.
And then later people started calling me Fengzi Ying, which the Fengzi part means crazy because I do everything.
Crazy eagle.
Yeah.
I know, so I apologize to North American people because they shouldn't really go together. But anyway, but everyone I know calls me Fengzi.
Yeah.
And then when I'd go to like conferences or be on TV or something, they don't really want to, because everyone politely told me Fengzi means crazy, but if you look it up in the dictionary, it says lunatic or madman, which is a little bit...
So every time you introduce yourself, you're like, nice to meet you, I'm Fengzi.
Yeah.
I'm a lunatic.
Literally in the village, small children run down the street behind me going, Fonzo, Fonzo. So it's kind of like, the old village madman.
Village
But,
idiot.
but obviously when I go to a conference, I don't want to go, and the next speaker is a lunatic.
Okay, yeah, that's fair. That's
So
fair.
then I say, okay, well, you go with the Ying, the Lao Ying, the eagle part, and then you can add Mr. on it or whatever, But then at some point, they started translating my English name into Chinese, and there really aren't the appropriate characters for Ian Hamlinton, so I become Ian Hamlinton.
Oh my god.
Which it just sounds, it doesn't even roll off the tongue or anything.
Yeah.
And even the Ian, the yin, I think that sounds much better than Ian.
Yeah.
Like Ian.
Yeah. Yin, yin.
So that is my petty thing. That really, call me Crazy Eagle. Don't
Yeah,
call me
exactly.
Ian Hamlinton. Yeah.
You're just happy with crazy eagles.
Yeah. So
Very fitting.
Yeah.
So what's the most chaotic or hilarious thing that's ever happened on one of your tours that you guided?
Oh.
Decisions.
Yeah.
Apart
I
from
don't know.
someone going to the statue and taking a selfie when
Yeah,
the
climbing-
fire alarm was going off.
pyramid.
Climbing
With
up
a
to
pin.
the top of the pyramid.
Do people actually do that?
Yeah.
That's a long way to go.
Yeah. Oh, I've got stories just about me that wasn't when I didn't actually have. That's one of my favorite stories. So I'm going
Okay.
to say that's the thing. But I didn't have. I was actually on my own with another tour leader. We didn't have our tourists with
Okay.
us. So when I was working in the Middle East. One of the things we did was you could arrange to ride horses around the pyramids at Giza.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm sure you couldn't do this anymore. But actually, you couldn't do it then. That's part of the story. So the man who was the operator in Cairo, who arranged everything, they were his horses. So he wanted us to get tourists to go on horse rides because then he made money for the horses. So when I arrived there, like the big thing to do is camels, isn't it?
Yes.
So everyone's got to go on camels. I'm like, but then you go on a camel once, and you're like, just never want to do that again. So I was like, so about those horses then.
I've never been in a
And
camel.
he said, oh, you can come and have a trial run.
Yeah.
And see what you think, and then later you can bring groups. So there was a female tour leader. My name in Egypt was Tulita Ayan.
I'm sorry, Tulita.
Your name?
Well, because they couldn't say Ian, they said Ayan, or whatever. Didn't know how to pronounce Ian, so it was Ayan, and they didn't pronounce tour leader correctly, so it sounded like 2 liters. 2 liter Ayan. So when somebody in my
heard
group
2
was looking
liter
for
as well, like 2 liter.
they thought like I was a bottle of iron brew or something. 2 liter iron. And she was Princess Sasa. And it was Sarah, and we decided late in the afternoon, because you had to go late in the afternoon apparently, because it was illegal to do this. But we just thought we'd go and ride on the horses around the pyramids. So we'd set off, and we hadn't got very far, and I'm not a good horse rider, and we saw these armed guards on camels, guys in uniform with guns and stuff, coming over a sand dune. And we were like, okay, run away. So we thought we'd chivvy the horses on a bit. And their response
So they were
was,
on the camels and you were on the horses.
we were on the horses. And because I'm so good with horses, mine just stood there and was like,
Oh no!
I'm not moving. And I'm going, go horse, go, and giddy up. And so these blokes came over, the military guys, and we just stood there like sitting ducks, and they were like, grabbed the rein of the horses and went, yeah, it's illegal. So we're like, oh my goodness, I had no idea. And they were like, no, we're confiscating your horses. And we're like, I know. And we're like, well, we're kind of in a bit of a desert here, guys.
Yeah,
like, whatever.
they're not
And
going to
they're
leave you just there in the middle of
yeah, they're like,
nowhere.
no, we're taking you with, and whatever.
okay.
Oh,
So
okay,
they
fair enough.
tied our horses up, and the sun was like going down. It was kind of just,
Getting dark.
sunset. And they started leading us, just like me and Sarah, on our camels, like in a chain, with them tied together. Well, us on our horses, them on their camels, sorry.
Yeah.
And at night, they have a sound and light show at the pyramids that was like arranged by Jean-Michel Jarre or something. So they play all this music, and they beam these spotlights onto the side of the pyramid.
So they
And
use
the-
it as like a projector.
Yeah, and the
kind of-
spotlight was behind where we were being pulled. So when we went past in front of the spotlight, there was a shadow of us on the side of the mirror pyramid being arrested. Yeah, I mean,
This part of the show, keep going, keep going.
it was kind of like a reenactment. Of, I don't know, Joseph and Mary. Except we were on horses. Yeah.
Guaranteed there's a photo of that somewhere.
Yeah, because
There must
people were
be.
there at the show.
There must be. People will probably, like, I would take photos of that. So guaranteed
Yeah.
there must be a photo somewhere of that situation. I can't imagine that there isn't.
But actually, one of
If
the most.
it would have happened now, it would have gone viral on TikTok.
oh, 100%.
Yeah.
100%.
Like, look at this dude.
Yeah.
All of the projections of the pyramids.
yeah.
And then one of the most chaotic things, because that reminds me, was also at the pyramids, because I was there for the millennium.
Shit goes down at the pyramids
And-
a lot.
We need to get out there.
Oh, I was
do.
there and they had a power failure when I was down inside the bottom of the pyramid, and it's pitch black, and everyone screamed and ran away. And I just stood
How?
there.
It was black.
Oh, because you head for the light.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, fair.
Yeah, they all thought they were dying. I was like, head for the light, head for the light. And I just stayed down there. When they put the lights back on, it was me on my own. It was spectacular in the bottom of the pyramid.
Wow.
But the most chaotic thing was we were there for the millennium, and they arranged for us to spend Christmas Eve at the Church of the Nativity in Bethlehem.
Yeah.
And then we spent the Millennium Eve at the pyramids. And again, Jean-Michel Jarre arranged a sound and light show. And because it was so badly arranged, everyone was going. And for once, it like rained in Cairo. It was really cloudy and misty, and there weren't enough buses. And I was shoving people in through bus windows and I know, forming human pyramids and things. Yeah, and I had like a bottle of Captain Morgan rum, and I was just like, yeah, through the window. I was like, I can't deal with this anymore. But yeah, that was the millennium. It was amazing.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Wow. Pretty good millennium.
Yeah.
Have you ever lost anyone on a tour?
No.
Oh,
What have you heard?
Stories we've been told.
I have.
yeah.
And I'm good with maths, but it's hard to count up to 18. I've deliberately lost people, but it's not very often. But I was doing this for years and years and years, and lots of
Yeah.
people, and I'm not good with names and faces and things.
Fair.
But I do remember, like, once everyone gets on, if you've got your own private bus, everyone gets on the bus in the morning and you're sort of counting, and you're like, okay, there's 2 more people to come. And then one person gets up to go to the toilet, and then the 2 people come, and you're like, yeah, we're all here.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And there was one other, so I have, but not very often, but I've left people behind because I always would say to people, if you're late,
Yeah.
I don't wait, because you're keeping the whole group going.
Yeah.
And I once
Yeah.
had a group of 15 people, and 8 of them were travelling together, and 8 of them were all late, and I left them. They thought, we're in the majority, we'll be all right.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
I was just like, left all their train tickets at the reception of the hotel, and we went, and it's like, no, serves you right, you learn.
Yeah, well, that's fair. Yeah, I would probably do that the same.
Yeah. Did you ever get lost on your tours?
Oh, always.
Yeah, I was gonna say, that's just random.
I've got no sense of direction and a shocking memory. I don't know why they let me do this job. It's a mystery to me, seriously. I would draw my own little maps of everywhere, and and so that I would like, okay, if you back in those days you needed internet cafes or maybe laundries or things, and I'd draw these little maps with everything on.
Yeah.
And if I didn't have my little map with me, I couldn't find anything. Yeah, I was wandering around for hours. Just going.
Did you ever get lost as a child or in a
Oh
tours?
yeah, 100%. I remember I got lost, like, I can't remember, was it like in a supermarket or something, but I got lost. My mom literally lost me. And then I think I went to someone and they were like announcing over the intercom or something. I can't remember the story exactly. But yeah, I've gotten lost before. Everyone gets lost. That's when you have the most fun. You get lost.
Oh
you
no,
have
not
some
when
fun.
you're a kid. That's
No, yeah, not when, yeah, no.
lost in a supermarket. I was terrified. They threatened to abandon me, and they've finally done it.
Okay, yeah. That's probably the first place your mind would go.
Yeah.
Have you ever gotten lost?
I got
Other
lost.
than the time that you obviously, your mom thought that you were
in
lost.
Paris, yeah.
Yes.
That's another story for another time. But I got lost in Disney, in the States.
In Disneyland.
Yes.
Oh, there's worse
Well,
places to get
Disney
lost.
World.
Okay, Disney World.
I was 14 or 15.
Yeah.
And I went with a group
Yeah.
of like girls and that, and it was probably like my first time in Disney, and I completely got lost, and I was panicking absolutely, and obviously this woman had to take care of like 15 girls.
Yeah.
And we're all like together, we were meant to be together, and I think I got lost like
But that's
3
worse,
times
'cause
there.
it's so big.
It's horrible.
Yeah.
It's horrible.
Oh.
Like we probably got lost at 3 different parks. It was awful. we went.
If you get lost at 3 different parks, something tells me there's a problem.
Yeah, I'm the problem. It's me. But it was horrible. Thing is, because I think you're in a completely different country with different people, with strangers, and you don't have your mum, dad, or family around you, and then you don't know what to do. And specifically, I'm guessing it's even harder when you don't speak the language.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Because it's like me lost.
Yeah.
Can you help me find?
How do you tell someone you lost and you need to go home? That'd be like the airport's that way, man.
That's when you learn.
Yeah.
That's when you learn the hand actions are different around the world as well.
Yes.
Because you're like, oh, I'm hungry. It's like, no, but in China you use chopsticks, so you don't.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what is the coolest project that you've ever worked on?
Well, I thought it was Secret Garden, and I was always telling people that's probably the best thing I'll ever get to do in my life. And then,
is gorgeous.
Thank you very much. And then I met these lovely musician people who came and asked me to do a guest house for them as well.
Yeah.
And that came out. They just let me do whatever I want. I don't know why people keep doing this. They're just like, we trust you. I'm like, what is wrong with you?
Like, why? Are you sure?
Have you met me? I don't trust me. And it just came out fantastic. And it's so much fun because there was a whole group of them, and they were all musicians kind of about my age, so quite young.
Yeah.
And we like have all these meals together and play the guitar and sing and play drums and things, and the whole thing was sort of like a 2-year project. Has been amazing, and it's come out really, even if I say so myself, really, really well.
Yes.
And I'm really happy. And anything where I said, oh, I'd like to do it like this, and they were like, oh, I don't know. And in the end, they would just say, okay, well, you know what you're doing.
Yeah.
Go for it. And I'm really, really happy with it. And so it was like a guest house, but it has restaurants, and it has a recording studio and karaoke, and it has a stage and things.
Stage. I've seen those photos of you on the stage. We'll put a few of them somewhere around.
No, it wasn't me. I was young. I needed the money.
You were just singing as well.
Well, that's not the best part for everybody else, but no, it's really, really cool. And there's been quite a lot of people, like the government likes to bring people to that because it's very different from other things in the area.
Yes.
They like the cultural aspect to it. So once they brought like 40 influencers from like 29 different countries around the world or something, all to come and
Oh my gosh.
we had like put on a huge meal, and then they all did stuff on stage and everything. So it's very cool, and I get to meet famous people and stuff as well, and sing with famous people.
Yes.
Who's the most famous person you met?
Well, you won't know them because they're Chinese.
Oh.
Well, maybe someone.
Yeah,
someone
maybe
watching
our
will know who
Chinese
they
viewers
are.
are watching.
Okay.
And
So
Ning Jing, who I love, and Huang Xiaoming, and Ding Zheng, and who else? Guo Degang and Meng Fei, and they all.
we had some drinks last week.
Oh, okay.
I know these people.
yeah, of course, yeah. We FaceTime all the time.
Yeah.
Follow each other on Instagram.
Okay, so have you ever found something strange in a historical...
Oh.
in a historical building.
Oh, right. Okay. What do you mean by strange?
Like something out of the ordinary,
Unusual.
like when you took it, you're like, I wonder where this came from, or why is this here, or...
Yeah.
Obviously, you've got some very like old buildings,
Yeah.
and like abandoned buildings and
Yeah.
stuff. So, guaranteed there must have been something that it seemed like kind of out of place that wasn't meant to
Meant
be.
to.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so I found lots of things. It's depends what you mean by strange. Like I found a gun, like a rifle, and bullets, and lots of things which are buried. So lots of coins and things.
Oh, damn.
In China during the Cultural Revolution, they used to destroy, kind of in the 60s and 70s, they used to destroy lots of historical relics and things. So people buried lots of things.
Okay.
So dig up quite a lot of stuff. One project I was doing in the ground, they were sort of doing a whole thing kind of in the landscape.
Yeah.
Where we dug up like old urns with bones and stuff in because they were unmarked graves and things which were really old and stuff.
Oh, okay, unmarked graves. Okay,
Yeah.
I was like, why is there bones under
Yeah.
the ground? What happened?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because there's lots of, like, there's no records of lots of things. going
Yeah.
on. So, yeah, I found, sort of find all sorts of, I don't know I guess it's strange.
Yeah, well, that's the thing, like out of the ordinary, something
Yeah.
that's not actually
Yeah.
normally there.
Yeah, the gun, because I didn't know what to do with it, because you're not allowed to have weapons.
Yes.
And to be honest, I don't know what I did do with it. It's something I keep thinking about, because I'm worried.
What did I do with this gun?
I've lost my gun. I lost my gun.
His gun was someone else's gun.
It was
Well, his now.
It was sort of almost like an air rifle type of thing. Like I don't think it was. I think and there were live cartridges as well. And I thought, I need to put these somewhere while I think about what to do. And I don't know where. And I'm sure it's amongst my stuff somewhere. So can we cut this part?
Yeah,
Because
well,
I'm quite worried.
music over it.
Yeah. Just put words in my mouth.
Okay.
But I worry, like, it's gonna just appear one day, and like while the police happen to be there or something, it's like I'll just lift a shirt up and there'll be a gun, and I don't know. I really don't know what happened to it.
You'll have to go look for it
Yeah.
at some point.
Okay. We'll cut that part out, and I'll say I found an abacus. I found an abacus, and I don't know what I've done with it. Yeah.
I hate when I lose my abacus.
Oh,
It's just
yeah, we all know what that's like.
so inconvenient.
What's an abacus?
It's like a calculator.
A
Okay.
very old calculator.
With beads?
Yeah, with the beads that you move from side to side to count.
When I first
Okay.
arrived in China, people still used the abacus, like in some of the restaurants and things I'd go to do the bills, and they were so fast. Yeah, so you do your maths on an abacus. It's
Yeah.
Wow.
amazing. Yeah.
It's actually really cool. I used to have one when I was a kid. One that I used to play around with.
How old are you?
I want one now.
I'll bring you
I
one.
never experienced
Cool.
one. Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
Thank you.
You're deprived.
There we go. Next trip. Is there like one Chinese design feature that they use there that's like standard Chinese, or sorry, not standard Chinese, standard in China, that you think would be nice if they adopted in the UK, like an architectural feature?
That sort of depends, because I work on old buildings.
Yeah.
And a lot of modern Chinese architecture, or maybe not modern Chinese, like, for example, in villages and stuff, residential Chinese architecture is hideously repulsive. They just build concrete and brick buildings that don't even they're really ugly and horrible.
Okay.
But modern new buildings are amazing, like in the cities and stuff.
Yeah.
But the old buildings I work on, a lot of them have courtyards, which is like my favorite thing. So that was the first building I ever rented was because it had a courtyard.
Yeah.
And when I opened the guest house, and it was called Secret Garden after the book. Secret Garden, where the children find, and it was like an abandoned building, and it was locked up, and I climbed in through a window, and there was this like courtyard that was all overgrown inside. And
Yeah. Oh,
wow.
I just thought that was like, when I was young, like a dream to, because in
Yes,
South Africa,
to
it's
go
really,
into-
the climate's really good as well. To be able to
Yes.
live in a house with a courtyard, it's amazing because you can be like outside and
Yes,
still
indoor
private.
outdoor
and,
living and stuff
yeah.
as well, yeah.
So if you have kids and things, you're not worried. They can just run around in a courtyard.
Yes.
And, so I love that, like not so much in the new buildings, but in the old buildings, houses with courtyards, I think, are the best thing.
Yeah, I don't think that's something you really get here so much just because of the space.
Yeah.
I don't think there's really space for it.
Yeah.
You've got like a lot of buildings that are all like on top of each other. I think you've got to be really rich to have like a property that has space
The
to
grounds and
have a bunch of nothing in the middle. Basically just like plants and stuff in the middle. So, but that is pretty cool. I do love a courtyard.
Yeah.
I do love a courtyard. I think, as you said, we've all had that thing when we were kids where like, you want to like discover this secret place and amongst the trees and the bushes.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
So the name of the game this week is red flag, green flag, red flag, whatever. So we've got our flags, wine glasses.
Because apparently we don't know what a flag
Oh, you
is.
should do it with white wine and red wine.
Oh, damn. That's a good idea.
Next
we need
time.
more wine glasses.
Oh, yeah.
And then you can drink.
Yes, there we go.
Huh.
That sounds like a surefire way to get drunk.
Yeah.
This week the theme is sort of like touristy kind of vibes, not 100%, but that is what we are going for. So we're just going to get straight into it. They treat the airport staff like servants, but tip heavily at the hotel. I think that's a red flag.
Who's they?
That's awful.
They like tourists.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everyone's equal.
100%.
Everyone's equal. You should treat everyone the same, and they are providing a service and doing their job. You should treat them well.
Can I replace the word airport staff with 2 words actually there?
Okay.
With tour leader.
Oh! They treat you badly.
Yeah, people would say to me, "Oh, you're so lucky. You just paid to be on holiday," and it's like I'm up at 5 in the morning and arranging things, and then it's exactly the same. It'll tip the driver or something. I never got tips.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no.
But I love
That's
you all for being on a tour
unacceptable.
with me. You were different from all the others. So yeah.
Definitely red flag.
Yeah.
Okay, the tourists,
Okay.
complain about local food in every country and only eat at chain restaurants. I would have to say that's a red flag.
I had people
like-
say things to me like, "We're in China. I've noticed we tend to eat a lot of Chinese food."
No shit, Sherlock.
I think it's the same like when you go to a country. I remember reading the story where someone had complained to the also like the travel agency. They'd gone and wanted a refund because they went on holiday to France and they only spoke French.
Seriously though.
I thought they spoke Chinese.
Yeah.
Mandarin.
Yeah, they do everywhere in the world.
Yeah.
Well, soon.
Soon, yeah.
Our
'cause
time is
it's,
coming.
Oh my gosh, that was an evil laugh.
Oh, that was my evil laugh.
Well, it has the biggest population in the world, so.
Not anymore. India just overtook it.
Oh,
damn.
Yeah.
wow.
Yeah, as of last year.
And that's been long coming
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
it's been for a long time.
But, so I was going to make a rude comment, but
We'll censor out all of this stuff.
Yeah, just do it, just say it.
okay, well, it wasn't a long time coming. It was obviously coming quite quickly because the Indian population.
We're just talking about people in populations.
mind us, yeah.
And yes.
Anyway, that's some more wine.
Oh. But yes, if you go to a different country, do not complain about the fact that they have their local cuisine because it is local to them. Just try something.
Please try everything in every country you go to.
Exactly.
Oh, I wouldn't say everything. We've had that conversation with one of our last ones.
Well, almost everything.
Yes.
True.
Yes. There's some
True.
things I don't think I would want to try.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look.
Eyeballs. Never try eyeballs.
Oh.
Have you never tried eyeballs?
I've tried eyeballs.
Oh!
Try chewing eyeball.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, no, we're not doing that.
No.
Everything
I mean,
but well, not everything. But yes, no eyeballs.
Palate. Roof of a mouth. That's not good.
Okay, hang on. Let me get this straight. You've eaten
Palate.
the...
what?
Ah.
Whose palate?
Cow. Not a person. Although I was invited to have afterbirth.
What?
Yeah. Human. Afterbirth for a meal.
You know, as in placenta.
Yeah.
Placenta, sorry.
The-
Didn't.
Yeah.
I didn't know what we were talking about here.
Someone invited him for a meal
Of human.
eat
placenta.
Human placenta. Yeah.
Human
Well,
placenta.
yeah. Well, these days you get placenta milk and placenta. I don't know.
Yes, but I'm
to
pretty
help.
sure it's not going to look or smell the same way that would.
No.
Probably not
supplement.
human either, is it?
No, most of the time it's from cows.
It'll be cow, yeah.
Yeah. most of the
Oh,
time it's from
really?
cows.
Yeah.
I thought it was human.
No.
I
Like
think
mother's
that would
placenta,
be-
like the
Food
children having mother's placenta.
I think
No?
mothers have that, but I don't think you sell it on the open market.
No. It's
Yeah, can I have a bit of someone else's placenta, please?
Oh, the woman down the road
the
gave
road.
birth recently. We got some placenta.
But
And
no,
animals eat their afterbirth.
they do
so-
actually. Yeah,
Yeah.
they do eat
to
it
get the
when it's done.
nutrients back. Yeah.
Yes, or the nutrients that they've lost growing this other
Yeah.
form inside of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And welcome all our vegetarians watching today.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
This channel is very inclusive.
Yeah. This episode may not be for you.
Yeah.
We'll just.
A little bit late for that.
Yeah, we should put a disclaimer
We
at
should
the
have
beginning
disclaimer,
of the video.
yes. Yes.
I probably won't. We'll add it now.
Please read the
Terms
text.
and conditions.
Terms and conditions apply.
These are all our personal opinions. We are by no means professional.
We are not professionals.
There may be side effects from watching this show.
Yes. Green flag or red flag. They bring a full-sized pillow and blanket on every flight for comfort.
I'm all right with that.
I love that.
Yeah, you would go red. If you carry it, if you don't ask me to carry it for you, why not?
Yeah, okay, yeah. Because I was going to say, I'm
Oh,
thinking about...
hang on.
So the person...
The
so
passengers
tourist,
or the actual...
the tourist.
Yeah.
So they bring a full-sized blanket and pillow with... Okay.
That's all right.
I'm okay with it as long as they don't take up other people's space.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to be
Okay.
having to sit like this now because you've brought extra stuff with and...
Unless they're really good looking and let you share the blanket.
True.
Possibly. Yeah, he's going to be walking around. Hey, you know what? I could actually bring a full-size pillow and blanket with and then find someone good looking to go and sit next to and be like, do you want to share my blanket?
Red,
We can
red,
watch
red flag.
Netflix on the movie. Okay, right. So for the general consensus would be green.
Green,
in
yeah.
most situations.
Yeah.
They make a detailed spreadsheet itinerary for every holiday and share it weeks in advance. Yeah, I don't.
You love doing spreadsheets, don't you?
Spreadsheets, but not for holidays.
Okay, good.
No,
So we can go on holiday together then.
we've been on a holiday before.
I'm going
You're a
green.
tour guide, yeah.
You're meant to, yeah.
Yeah.
We are very fly by the seat of our pants kind of people, so
Yeah.
I don't like an itinerary.
No.
We've had this conversation
Was it-
before.
yeah.
If I am enjoying something
Spontaneity.
now, I don't want someone to come and tell me, oh, we have to leave in 5 minutes and go and do this other thing that we're
Yeah.
not really sure if you will enjoy.
But
Yeah.
That's where
I reckon give me a spreadsheet and itinerary, and then we know that we've thought it through and everything's arranged, and when we get there, we chuck it out the window if we want to.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So I
okay,
like
I'm
to know
okay with
there's a
that.
plan.
Yeah, to be fair, it gives you like ideas on what to do and what to see, and then
Yeah.
you can from
Yeah.
there get like the basics.
Because I've got
arrange
friends
it.
who I travel with, and and they're arranging the trip.
Yeah.
And in the morning, you're in the hotel for 2 hours because we haven't decided where we're going, and then it's a 3-hour drive, and by the
Yeah.
time we get there, we're too late for lunch. And well, if we'd have just had a spreadsheet.
Okay.
True.
Yeah. I'll go half with this one. Just
Which would
because-
be rosé
just because-
in our new game.
Yes,
There you
okay.
go. Rosé.
Just because some very good points were made, but I still hate planning, so
Yeah.
I will
true.
go half.
Yeah.
I'm green all the
Brown.
way.
Right, green flag or red flag. They post every travel moment to Instagram with long, deep captions about finding themselves.
Can I have more red flags, please? The one is not enough. Even before the captions about finding themselves is already bad enough. But this,
Yeah.
I just.
Hashtag blessed.
when Harry met Sally,
Yeah.
there's the line about, she said she needed space to grow. Naturally, when I met her, I assumed she was fully grown. He said, I always think that with people finding themselves as well. It's like, you're here. Do you not know where you are? It's like one of my pet hates. People
Okay. Yeah. That's the thing as
finding
well.
themselves. Yeah. Sorry if you.
No offense
you haven't found
intended.
yourself.
I think, like, I always have a bit of a, when it comes to things like this, mine is very much, it has to do with context, because I'm a photographer, I do like taking photos of, like, I want memories to look back on. I want to be able to see, because I'm seeing it, I may only see it once in my life, so I want to have like that memory to remember it by. But the thing is, you have to be respectful, obviously, because it's, sometimes it could be something that people, like the locals, don't want photos being taken of, or it has some kind of spiritual meaning to them that they don't want photos being taken, or, you know, when you're just like pushing other people out of the way and be like, you're in my shot, because some people obviously do that. I think that's where I start to have the problem. And sometimes I've seen people, they post selfies and they put this whole long charade about, oh, you know, sometimes you're told you can't do this, you can't do that and stuff. And I know this person very well, and I know full well that they are spoiled and they get everything that they want. And you kind of, you know. And I'm thinking, like, you're not this deep. You're just not. I'm sorry. Like,
you just chat GPT that thing.
That's it. I don't like to judge. I don't like judging because I don't feel that it's right. But sometimes, sometimes I look at something and I think, like nowadays, obviously back then it was different because I'm talking a couple of years ago. But obviously now it would be like, you 100% ChatGPT that thing, 100%. Yeah. That is AI all the way.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm on red.
I think the thing that irks me.
Yeah.
Don't want to use that
for
word.
lack of a better word.
There really must be one. Is like people who go and get like all dressed up and something, and then pose and spend their whole time.
And they don't actually have an experience.
Or taking pictures, and there's like, I don't know, there's some pyramids in the background there or something. Yeah. But it becomes this whole thing about me. And then you forget, pretending you're seeing these things and having an experience or something. Whereas all you want is the photos of yourself.
Yeah. My take on that is that, okay, you take the photos for the memories. However, posting them, if you're more worried about doing that, might as well do that at home. So you're not living you're not enjoying the moment. You're not having the experience. Yeah, you take the photos of the pyramids, that's fine, and then you just like properly, absorb that moment that you're in front of the pyramids or in front of whatever landmark or in the country. Yeah. But you're more worried about posting it on social media, and you're not really absorbing the culture, where you are. You're not living the moment. So that is where I have that problem as well. So cool. Red flags all round. Green flag or red flag, they clap when the plane lands and try to start the wave.
I got no problem with that. I've clapped.
Have you? Oh, you clap as well?
No, I'm not a clapper, but you fly Egypt Air and have a crack in the fuselage.
I remember that story.
Yeah, there was huge applause.
And that
who actually lived.
And that the poor woman who was sat next to you who was terrified of flying.
Yeah.
And she was like, what did she say? What are they saying or something on the intercom? And you said something like, we're all
going to die. Or I can't remember.
Oh, wow.
That was very, very
nice.
Very
compassionate.
Very compassionate. Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah. I really actually don't know with this one. I think I might be a fence sitter with this one because I think it depends on your experience.
I'm pretty sure we've talked about this before as well.
Yeah, we have. I'm pretty sure we have. Like, generally speaking, I'm straight off the bat, I want to say a red flag because this person's just doing their job. However, it depends on what kind of experience you have on the plane. Yeah. If it's just like a straight flight and, there's no issues, there's no turbulence, then I'm like, okay, cool. I mean, people don't clap for surgeons when they finish a surgery.
Oh, don't you? Oh.
Like if it's just a standard
Times have
procedure.
changed.
Hey, I was watching Grey's Anatomy the other day and I clapped when they did the surgery.
Yeah, exactly.
If it's a standard surgery, no one's going to clap. They'll just be like, good
Well, you've
job,
had your
but,
tonsils out. You can't say thank you, can you?
That's fair. He's got a point.
Oh, yeah, but like if there's like been some turbulence and there's been a very bumpy ride and this person's really like they have literally saved everyone, then yes, I would say go ahead, clap for the person. Show them some appreciation for saving your life.
My take on this is that it depends on the fly and how long you've been on the fly and how long you haven't been to the place where you're landing on.
Okay.
Because I think, I mean, I'm not going to clap for a 1 hour plane, like a
For a
plane
1 hour
ride.
plane.
a 1 hour plane ride, you know?
Okay.
For a 1 hour flight.
Yeah.
I'm not going to do that. I mean, I may clap for, I have been a clapper before. Yes, I have.
It just sounds so wrong when you say it.
I clapped when...
You said she was a clapper.
I was a clapper, yeah. I clapped before when I went back to Colombia and it was a 10-hour and a half flight, 11-hour flight, and I hadn't been there for a while. So, you know, it feels nice. And yes.
Yeah.
But apart from that, yeah. That's my
When you said
context
it
on
depends how long, I thought you were going to say it was since you last clapped. I thought, God, I haven't clapped for days. Should we clap?
Just a round of applause.
Same with the surgeon. It's like, I haven't clapped for about a week.
So that was our game for the week. Thank you for joining us for this episode. It has been fun. I would like you to... What I actually want is we want to hear some more Mandarin over here.
Okay.
Oh, yes.
So I'm thinking maybe thank the viewers for watching this episode. And yeah.
Okay.
See you on the next one.
Get creative with it.
OK，谢谢大家来今天看我们三个朋友，欢迎你们。Oh, how often do you have a program?
Every Thursday.
Every Thursday, so weekly.
啊
Yeah.
欢迎你们都每个星期四来看这两个美女。I said, welcome to come and watch these two pretty girls every Thursday. Because that's not at all offensive in China. Everyone talks about boys as being handsome boys and girls as being pretty girls.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, there you have it.
Yeah.
Join us every Thursday. Join the two pretty girls every Thursday for our Thursday episode.
We might even change the channel name to Two Pretty Girls.
Yeah, probably not. I think there might be some wrong ideas surrounding that. So, yeah, we
Get more viewers.
That's a fair point.
Probably not the right time.
Not the demographic we're going for.
Yeah.
No. But thank you for joining us.
Thank you
Thank
for
you
having
very
me.
much
Thank you. It was
for being
lovely.
with us.
It's been great to have you
was fun,
on this
yeah.
channel. It was. It's always fun on this channel.
Yeah.
Excellent.
I think
Yeah.
it's more fun for us than people watching, but as long as we're having fun, that's what it's
Yeah,
about, right?
exactly.
But yeah, so
How can people not enjoy it?
exactly. People have to enjoy just life in general.
Exactly.
But yeah, it was good to have you here. Said
Okay.
it
It's
took a
good being
couple of
had.
thousand miles. To get here.
You can go back now.
Cheers.
If you enjoyed this episode, remember to join us every Thursday for our Thursday episodes, midday UK time. Tuesdays we have our game segments coming out just before 12 midday UK time. Did I say 12 midday?
12 midday.
Okay, well, whatever.
Midday.
Yeah, before midday. Just before midday UK time on Tuesdays. Hope that you enjoyed this episode with us. Remember to follow us on socials. We've got some stuff going on there, some little clips, and we will see you
In the next one.
Excellent. Bye-bye.
Outro.